I has many lucky do's. You like? Many farewells.
I suspected we might need some assistance.
Moira informed us of the situation. We're ready to help. Yes, I am the former Stone Ward.
The mountain lends us its strength. Let's get down to business then.
I speak for the Unbound, but they have no master.
The High Speaker and his followers will answer for their crimes. I have to stop the High Speaker from making more Scarden.
Is in the archive.
Machine Speaker Protocol dictates that one of the foremen in this area should have a key to the Hall of Awakening. Come with me, and we'll track it down.
Task: we require a
fine
foreman's
mess,
key
this
to
is.
access the Hall of Awakening.
I'm going to remain and make plans with Idilgon. I need you to lead our forces while we're containing consequences of the High Speaker's actions in the Earthen Works. This is our first step in deposing him. We're putting a stop to his horrendous crimes once and for all. What do you say, Smite's Eyes? Up for a scrap?
The three hammers stand as one.
A fine mess,
Well?
this is.
I'm listening. I can see how worried you are about Dagran.
I've got a lot to make up for. For a long time, I knew I needed to protect Azeroth. I gave up a lot. I gave up too much. I should have spent more time protecting you and Dagran.
Dagran's been through a lot too.
I know. I want to be here for him, as his granda. I wasn't responsible enough. That needs to change. I've spent too many years listening to Azeroth's voice. I'm glad I can listen to yours now.
Aye, Father. We'll figure it out together.
But the machine. Violence authorized. No. I must get close at last.
Have
Defiant.
you met your quota?
Non-compliant. The awakening machine is all that matters.
Speaker detected. The High Speaker warned us about you. Protect the machine.
Violence authorized. And my task is done. Protect the machines.
No more work.
Fatality!
Battle begins. No more work. But the machine.
Have
Return
you
to your
met
stations.
quota? You should have remained on the surface. Speak up, Bren.
authorized. At last, I protect the machines. At last, I rest.
Bryn, I don't know what to believe anymore. My efficiency is impaired. Take my access key. Never did like the High Speaker's pomposity.
The machines must be preserved.
This should get us into the Hall of
Conversation
Awakening.
initiated. The High Speaker must be stopped. Regroup with Moira. I'll head for the Hall of Awakening.
A fine
Best
mess,
mind your
this is.
manners in the presence of a queen.
That's a fine start. A fine
Mind
mess,
yourself,
this is.
champion.
We've done our best to contain
We
the High
need
Speaker's
you.
followers. We've hampered their efforts at destroying or looting anything they can take with them into Hall of Awakening. Now, we just need to deal with the leader of their forces before they can coordinate a more unified resistance. Are you ready to do this, Smite's Eyes?
May your hammer strike true.
You dare challenge the will of the High Speaker? Suffer for your hubris.
Let's see how brave you are when your protective shield is gone.
Slag and rust. This isn't over. The High Speaker will hear of this.
A fine
You
mess,
address
this
them.
is.
We've caught up to him. Champion, take him out. I'll guard the rear.
Must get away! Deviants!
Rouse yourself, champion. The enemy advances. Looks like Varric's machine is still usable. Use that mechanical contraption to blast him to scrap. Well done. Now let's regroup ahead.
The
You
remaining
need a
deeps should be
hammer?
safe, for
And
now.
an open hand.
But the High Speaker, we need to follow Speaker Brinth into the Hall of Awakening.
If you hear anything I note, let me know. We will survive.
No time
We
to catch our
always
breath.
do.
The High Speaker is fleeing to the Earthen's most sacred machine. We need to follow him. Remember, we're doing this for the Earthen. For justice. For all the brothers and sisters and comrades who've fallen to the High Speaker's hubris.
You may take your leave. Brinth is already inside the Hall of Awakening. Let's move! Have you
You
heard
must make
anything
haste.
I need to
Smite's
know?
eyes.
I dismiss you.
I can hardly believe it. This place dates back to the time of the Titans.
Time for that later, Dagrin. We've a fight in our hands.
High Speaker Aelric refuses your entry. High Speaker will...
I'll get the door. Lead the way, champion.
Intruders, activate the defenses.
Champion! Those bombs have enough firepower to destroy the turret. Hurry! We need to catch up to Bryn. We're near a stone vault. That's where the dormant earthen are stored.
And if those Earthen awaken, it's Scarden.
Get those doors open, lad. And fast.
This configuration? I've read about this. Proper alignment of the runes should open the way.
All these Scarden. Twisted into something they never asked to become.
Stay near me, champion. I'll heal your wounds.
here. Done here. I've got it. We can proceed.
So many Scarden. If only we'd known about them sooner.
So, you're relentless, vindictive, and misguided. Perhaps my golems can show you the error of your ways.
I'll be damned if I let Bryn's people be turned into monsters.
This room seems different. Do the walls seem older to you?
I've seen rooms like this before. There's Titan machinery in here.
Outside the earthen rebuilt the machines, but the oldest ones remain unchanged.
It is time to step down, High Speaker. Everyone knows what you've done.
What I've done? Saved us all? I have found a path to our salvation.
You would have us all live as Skarden?
Better to live as a Skarden than die as an Earthen. Now, with this power, all Earthen shall awaken.
We've lost them all. It's over.
Granda, you can stop this. I've seen you wield Azeroth's gift. It's you. You're the only one who can save them.
Magni. It is time.
Azeroth, let your blessing pass to them. You did it, Granda. You saved them.
She let me go. You woke me. Who are you? I'm Magni. Magni. But who am I? Whoever you want to be. Champion! Good to see you. Refer all diplomatic questions to my daughter, Moira.
You
He's
need
gone.
a hammer?
He really
Or
gone?
an open hand?
As far as I'm considered, he just abdicated his authority. I don't know where he fled, and I don't care. Now that the awakening machine is operational again, we can step up and set things right. The earth and the ringing deeps remind me of my people.
Stand as
Hard workers. Faithful. Sometimes, forgotten by those who I think we'll get along fine. Ah,
If you hear
Smite Size,
anything a note,
the
let
dwarf
me
of the
know.
hour. We were just discussing you. There is some unfinished business for us to attend to, now that the High Speaker's transgressions have been corrected and the awakening machine restored once more. Care to stick around?
Are you
The
here?
High Speaker has ruled for as long as any of us can remember. But he's no longer one of us.
Well, sounds like you need a new High Speaker. And Brinth, You're the right earthen for the job.
Me? Elaborate.
You cared for your people like no one else has. Not by commanding, but by understanding.
Then you know I will leave it to my people to decide.
Something tells me they already have.
Honor Guard, reporting for duty. If you'll accept the position.
I accept. I am the High Speaker.
The Earthen in the Ringing Deeps remind me of my people. Hard workers, it is a new day in the Ringing Deeps. The Earthen in the Ringing Deeps remind me of my people. Hard workers. Faithful. Our new Cobalt friends have been moving into Gundar Gaz. They've also been gathering odds and ends from around the Ringing Deeps. You should check in with the Quartermaster. Go have a look at what they've collected. Then we can talk about what we're doing next. I heard Anjuan's around here somewhere. I suspect he has some plans for Halifal. We need all the allies we can get against the Nerubians. The Earthen in the Ringing Deeps remind me of my people. My father thinks that while he and Dagran were dealing with the Scardante the South, he caught a sensation his old hammer, Fearbreaker. He said it slipped out his fingers when Dalaran crashed, and it's been bothering him mightily. That hammer belongs to the Bronzebeard clan, and has for generations. But he hasn't been himself lately, either. I'm willing to have a look, so he doesn't worry that he might have missed it. Meet me down at Camp Muroch, and we'll have a quick look around.
Have you heard anything I need to know?
This not junk. This treasure.
It's treasure. Oh, someone picky.
This not junk. This treasure.
Oh, bring back more shiny things.
This not junk. This treasure.
God. I find more stuff for you.
It's good to make new friends. In the days ahead, we'll need all the help we can get.
Greetings, Outlander.
Now that the Oathsworn and Unbound are working together, we need to forge. I hope the Earthen can. Perhaps Anjuan can help there, just as Moira helped unite us. Smite's eyes. I'm glad our paths have crossed. Edelgard has been telling me about a cavern called Halifal. She's told me the people there are called the Arati. I cannot imagine that they are related to the ancient human kingdom, but it can't be a coincidence. Edelgard's people had fruitful contact with them some time ago. Whatever happened, I hope to repair that relationship and gain their aid. Please meet me at the Halifal gate.
Who is calling for help?
But we had no access to the core way.
And helping another culture was outside the Oathsworn's edicts.
Perhaps they need our help as well. Thank you for your help, Adelgon.
Many deals for a friend of the Grummels, like you. Good fortune to our friends.
By the light, it shines as brightly as the sun. Are those airships? But we're underground. What
We'll
can I
find out
do?
if the people of Hallowfall will stand with us as allies. Smite's eyes.
I hear the radiant song. Is it coming from that crystal?
Fung Arians in the Mycomancer Cavern will pay well.
The Nerubians breached the Aegis Wall, Farron. The darkness forced us back.
This land was...
Your fear of the dark will kill us all, General. We'll never survive unless...
Quiet, Lamplighter. Outsiders are here.
Who are you?
Friendly outsiders are not common in Hallowfall. Only enemies emerging from the shadow. But you seem comfortable in the light despite how unusual you may appear. I would welcome you, were we not in the midst of a crisis. Many in Hallowfall will call you outsider. I would call you friend. I would also ask for your help, if you are no stranger to combat. General Steelstrike ordered the army to fall back from the Nerubian onslaught. In doing so, she abandoned a Lamplighter and many troops to the darkness. I may not be able to save them on my own, but with your help I may succeed. If you are willing, ride with me or meet me there.
If you are lost in darkness, we are here. I'm Farron, Lamplighter of Hallowfall. I have a relief cart prepped for the wall. Will you join me?
Anduin. I'm an adventurer, exploring Kazalgar with my friend. That crystal.
Star. We call it a star. Beladar, the Emperor's vision of holy light.
A vision of light. Deep under the ground.
We're the Hallowfall expedition of the Arathi Empire. We followed our Emperor's sacred vision across the sea to fight in Renalash, the final battle between light and dark. As we crossed the sea, we were caught in a storm. The fleet was, enveloped in golden radiance. In a flash, our entire armada was transported down here.
You've been down here fighting the Nerubians ever since?
I was just a child. The only child when we were marooned. The Nerubians have never ceased their hostility. They crawl up from their kingdom seeking a fight and try to drag us down into the darkness. Steelstrike's army does well beneath Beladar's light. Those bugs are good at extinguishing hope. We Lamplighters have trained to charge into the darkness. We save those who are lost and keep the Dawn Towers lit. We're here. Great Chiron! You're alive!
Farron, your courage acquits you well, young Lamplighter.
Call for any who can swing a sword or sling a spell. Where would you like to fly? Where would you like to fly?
Heart of Shadow.
Outsider. The Nerubians took us by surprise. The army went into retreat when the wall was breached. I've been keeping them away from this tower, but I could certainly use your help. A Lamplighter will always accept an ally, Smite size. It's good to have new allies here. Together, we have much better chances of protecting this tower. The Nerubians have overwhelmed us. If we're going to have any chance against them, we need to destroy the burrows they're using to come under the wall. If you can handle that, we will survey the field from the top of the wall and meet you there. It's hard to see the destruction here, knowing how well the wall has served us for so long. Hard to think about the soldiers who died defending it, and those that will die. Hallow is a holy place, Smite's eyes. Here we guard the Emperor's vision, Uladar. It is our faith in the sacred flame which prevents it from shifting forever into shadow.
A beacon.
It's hard to see the destruction here. One dawn tower has fallen, but a faint glimmer of hope remains with the smaller key flame atop the wall. The shattered remnants needed to sustain that light were taken by the Nerubians. Gather the remnants from Nerubians you slay, and help ignite a beacon of hope.
The dawn tower won't be enough to hold them back. The Nerubians have gotten braver.
We must ignite the key flame on the wall. Its sacred flame will keep the Nerubians at bay.
I'm unafraid.
It's hard to see the destruction here, knowing how well the wall has served us for so long. Hard to think about this. An empowered key flame will be a great help. With the light of the flame I see hope that we will drive the Nerubians back. A lamplighter will always accept an ally. Smite's eyes. Excellent. Smite's eyes. If we don't have to worry about the Nerubians stabbing us in the back, we can deal with those pouring through below. A lamplighter will always accept an ally. Smite's eyes. Smite's eyes. If we don't stem the tide of Nerubians climbing up to us, nothing else will matter. Their numbers are just too great. We need to delay their onslaught to buy the people of Hallowfall time to prepare. The wall still serves. Do what you can to thin their numbers.
We venture into shadow.
A lamplighter will always
and
accept an ally,
share my
smite
light.
size. This is a
We
good
must
start.
confront
There are
the
still many more Nerubians
darkness.
coming from below, but we must turn our attention to those already inside Hallowfall.
In service to others, we find our
Good
My
people died here
faith
today, smite size a
kindles
lot of
my
them.
hope.
Every Arati soldier carries a tinderbox. It represents their devotion to the sacred flame. Many use it as a focus to bring forth the flame's light. In the dark places beyond the light of Bulidar, with the Nerubian attack, we can't recover their bodies. So we must retrieve these symbols, to venerate their sacrifice.
We Arathi
Then
are
use this torch to burn their bodies.
consecrated in the sacred
It's the best
flame.
funeral we can offer.
Do not leave my people on the field.
Have you
We
recovered
are
their
a
tinderboxes?
light in the
Thank you,
darkness.
smite size. You've helped to honor their sacrifice as
Someone
it's
is
critical,
the true
with so many
Arathi,
Nerubians pouring through the Aegis Wall, that we
holding
defend our
onto
airships docked at
hope
10 years
in
ascent. The
very
Nerubians have
heart
always
of
outnumbered us,
shadow.
but our fleet allows us to concentrate our defenders where they are attacking, as well as allowing
They
us to
seek
bombard
the
them from the
light
safety
of
of the
the
skies.
sacred
If we
flame
lose our
now.
armada, our hopes fade
Come.
dramatically.
Their
Meet us there when you
killers
can.
still live.
Look, those Nerubians are fleeing.
Not fleeing, advancing. They mean to destroy our air docks.
The Nerubians befouled the land with this temple long ago. It had seemed long abandoned when first it was discovered by the Lamplighters, but now the Nerubians have retaken it to perform a dark ritual. Given all the evils the Nerubians have already wrought, we cannot allow this ritual to succeed. I beseech your aid.
We're all down here together.
Fantastic! You're taking the spoils! Interesting. That's more like it! You're looking a bit rough. Take a wee rest. summon Nerubians. Don't stand in them. Fantastic! Those webs will summon Nerubians. Don't stand in them. That's more like it. Looking a bit rough. Take a That's more like it. Fantastic! Nothing old Bran can't get through. Nice fight! Fantastic! Stronger by the second! That's more like it!
I'm glad you are with
will
us,
see you
Smite
through the
Size.
shadow.
Without our airships, we have little chance of holding back the Nerubians in the long run. To say nothing of our dock workers, who are safe below deck. Let's see to the defense.
A beacon in the dark. Don't give in to fear.
Smite Size, if we're going to hold the Nerubians back, we have to deal with their siege weapons. Around 10 years ascent, there are kegs of black powder to supply our ships for combat. Since the Nerubians have caught these ships on the ground, let's put that powder to work. Gather some barrels, and take them down to the Nerubian siege weapons.
Despite everything,
the Nerubians vastly outnumber us, but our armada gives us the fight. A lamp fighter will always accept an ally, Smite Size. I served the Empire for many years before coming to Halifal, as a warden in our military. When we first arrived in Halifal, I volunteered to lead a group in scouting the land. We found what areas were defensible, what was overrun by Nerubians and the Kabis, and laid a foundation for the defense of Miral. I found my calling late in life. Bound to a star of prophecy, in an unlikely land beneath the ground. And I would see all those that walk in the light of the sacred flame survive another day. A lamplighter will always... We've fought the Nerubians since we arrived, Smite size. Their attacks have not risen to this level in a long time. These airship docks are clearly a target, but do they have any others? Is there a larger goal? The Nerubians carry shadecasters with orders from their queen. We need to learn what we can of their plans and intentions, and recovering a few of those shadecasters is the best way we can do so.
Chiron, the Dawn Tower isn't lit. If Beledar should shift...
You're right. Your new friends can protect the people. We must ignite the sacred flame.
Too far away.
Ashkahet will rise. Prove your worth. Earn your ascension. Have been spun. They will get their fated final war.
It's amazing to see what the Irati have been able to achieve in Halifal, in their years here, with no help from the outside. They'll make strong allies. And if we can protect the Dawnbreaker, I'm sure they'll be able to push back the Nerubians. Final war? Ascension? Not as many answers as questions, Smite's eyes. But we at least have some pieces of the puzzle. Were you able to destroy their siege weapons? With those siege weapons destroyed, we're in much better shape. Faerun went ahead to light the Dawn Tower with Great Kirin. She asked that we meet them there. Smite's eyes, the Nerubians all seem to be taking orders from that siege lord south of here. If we can defeat her, that may turn the tide of this attack. Without a leader organizing the attack, the Irati may be able to drive back the Nerubians, especially if Faerun is able to light this Dawn Tower she spoke of. But the longer we delay, the greater damage to the Irati airships. Go quickly.
Who is calling for help?
Were you able to defeat the Siege Lord?
We have lost so many.
Good to see you, champion. I've been tracking this one since it crawled up out of its hole. These around and see my son. I will slaughter every Nerubian in my path to keep them from harm. Good to see you, champion. I've been tracking this one since it crawled up out of its hole.
With the Nerubian leader defeated, we should be able to leave the defenses to the Irati. You've saved many lives today, Smite's Eyes. Smite's Eyes. Faerun went to light the Dawn Tower. She said it keeps the light of the sacred flame shining upon Valafal. Here, it's hard to imagine that any beacon could outshine their star Bulidar, but I am eager to see this new expression of the light. Meet me by the Dawn Tower and we can see how the sacred flame of the Irati helps to safeguard these long-lost cousins of mine.
We have lost so many.
Faerun says these Dawn Towers, with the Lamplighters' aid, keep the Irati ready for whatever darkness comes.
Forgiven. What is happening?
It's Belladar, our star. It shifts between the light and this. The Dawn Towers hold back the darkness with the sacred flame, but the light always returns.
The stars are devoured, and they light a candle. You know how this ends, Illyria. Inevitably, the void consumes everything.
Show yourself, monster!
You know where to find me. Deeper in the darkness.
There's a chill in the air. I will scout ahead.
Be careful, Illyria.
Just in time, Smite's eyes Villadar has fallen dark for a time. But now we have our own light to hold back the darkness.
Travel alone.
Darkness has fallen. We can't rest yet. The light from the tower will hold the worst dangers in the darkness at bay. It's my duty, as a lamplighter, to keep all the towers blazing. My patrol takes me to Laurel's Crossing by air next. I would welcome you and Anduin at my side, for all our sakes.
If you are lost in darkness...
This darkness, how long does it last?
Sometimes only moments, sometimes days. We lost so many the first time it turned. We will travel by air. Monsters arise in the darkness.
To live under constant threat of shadow. How do you do it?
When night falls, the army enacts the shadow curfew. Get inside, get to safety. Incoming! Use the lances on those enemies. Good work. You'd fit in well with us lamplighters. As our numbers dwindle, some find their faith shaken. They turn to the whispers in the darkness. Look out! Here come more of those fiends! A behemoth! Quickly, take it down! Goodness, that was a small one. Those monsters can take out a warship. We must hold to our faith in the sacred flame. Ourselves. And in each other if we are to succeed.
Where would you like to fly?
Farron, thank the flame. Kobis are raiding Sinna's Yearning. The army went ahead, but...
Say no more. Our new allies and I will go to their aid. Seek shelter immediately.
We have reports of large amounts of Kabis gathering towards a lair called the Sinkhole. There are concerns they plan to attack the smaller coast villages when they get the chance. Rest here as long as you wish, outsider. No one knows when Villadar will shift again.
We burn
Stay in the light,
brightly
stranger.
together. Don't despair.
Stay in the light,
Shadows
hey.
sense it.
You looking for a great meal, willing to wade through the mud to get it? Go see Dalina. She'll sort you out. Don't bother trying to convince her to leave that hollow, though. Believe me, we've all tried. Why she seems to do all right, though.
Find joy in the flame's light.
Welcome to my neck of the woods, outsider.
Keep an eye on the Dawn Towers.
Are you
Interested in a game?
friend?
Interested in a game?
Veladar shifts. It is inevitable.
Basic instructions. The goal of Light's Gambit is to be the only player with pieces on the board. You win when you have defeated all your enemy's pieces. The castle piece has a strong ranged attack, but it cannot move. The knight piece has 2 abilities. Divine Explosion damages nearby enemies, so move to use it well. Holy Assault allows the knight to move and deal damage when landing, but it has a shorter range than the standard move. The cleric piece has 2 abilities. Heal heals nearby friendly pieces, so move to use it well. Smite deals a small amount of damage to enemy. Enemy attacks are often area-based, so keep your pieces moving to avoid them. Greater difficulties. Most Light's Gambit challengers meet you where you're at. All already know the standard difficulty bands that help new players learn the game. At the easiest level, your opponent will only have a Dark Castle piece. This piece does damage to about half the board, and you will need to maneuver to avoid it. At a medium difficulty, your opponent will add a Dark Cleric to the table. The Dark Cleric may either cast Shadow Bolt on one of your pieces, heal another opponent piece. At the hardest difficulty, your opponent will add a Dark Knight to the table. The Dark Knight will pursue your pieces and deal great damage in an area. Basic instructions. Interested in a game?
You are right to be afraid.
I don't have a target.
You are an outsider, yes? Obey the testament of Merildar. Halt, Farron. We secure the village, then rescue the captives.
They'll be dead by then.
I don't care if Steel Strike thinks I'm reckless. I don't care if I get hurt. I can't let my people die. We've lost too many already. To Nerubians, to Cobbies, to the shadows themselves. There's hardly any of us left. How long until there are none? Horrible, violent, A&D. Stinky creatures. They've plagued us since the moment we arrived. We've tried to figure out how intelligent they are. Could we parley for a peace? But every scholar we've sent to study how to communicate with them has ended up dead. And worse, they seem to wield some kind of necromancy. As if eating us wasn't enough, sometimes they chose to dishonor the memory of our allies even further by raising them to fight against us. I have no idea how they choose which of us to eat and which of us to raise. Raise the strongest, eat the plumpest? It churns my stomach to contemplate these things. I don't care if Steel Strike thinks the Cobbies have already been dragging innocent villagers to the shore. They'll drown them and eat them. We have to save them. I don't care if Steel Strike thinks I'm reckless. Cobbies lurk in the shallows of murky water and snatch any who come near, faster than a viper. And that's just when they hunt alone. In numbers, they are a swarm to be reckoned with. They've been a plague on our outskirt villages since the day we arrived. They eat victims alive, given the chance. We must rescue the villagers that have already been dragged to the water.
If you are lost in darkness, we are here to help.
Judging by the glint in your eye, you wish to join Faerun in this madness? To push into the Cobbies' waters? In the darkness? You are a fool with a death wish. Take as many of those damnable fish out as you can, before they drag you into the depths for their dinner.
The day of darkness changed everything.
Soldiers, with me!
I'm more fighter than healer. Anduin, can you...
Not with the light. But I know first aid.
The water. Take me to the water. Away from these Kabi's riches. Away from the sky.
I need a target.
I live, thanks to you. The shade of these rocks suits me nicely for the work to be done. Allow me to repay your selfless gesture. No doubt you have found that your senses cannot be trusted when dealing with the Kabis. A tremendous power, is it not? It is only fair that you show them the power they wield is not theirs alone. I will show you how to craft a tool to lure and destroy them. You will find their kind carry shards taken from the deep. Bring them to me. To deceive the senses of these Kabis is one matter. To know what will captivate them is another. They champ and drool at the thought of devouring your kind, but it is the voices of the deep that transfix them and lower their guard. It's then that you will strike. Search their shrines to gain an insight for what these wretches hold sacred. See how they have twisted the bellowing truths that lie below. The shadows are unsettling. These foes are relentless.
You have our thanks, Farron Lothar. And you too, outsiders.
Lothar?
Who
Thank
is
you,
calling for help?
Smite's Eyes. These people are badly hurt, but I think they will make it. Some seem to have some skill in healing of their own.
I hear a radiant song.
I don't care if Steel Strike thinks I'm reckless. I don't care if I get hurt. We've lost too many already. I trust in your strength.
In the dark.
I must ask you to go ahead to reinforce Sina's yearning. Anduin and I can see my people to safety in Laurel's Crossing. With the darkness and the Cobbies, the hearts of my people in Sina's yearning will be faltering to fear. We can't let them wallow. Light a torch with the sacred flame in the center of town and use it to inspire my people's valor. Remind them of their strength. We will catch up with you. May the flame guide you, my friend.
Be strong, my friend.
The shadows are unsettling.
If more of those...
Did I hear that right earlier? You're, Lothar?
You know the name?
Know it. I was named for Anduin Lothar, one of Stormwind's greatest heroes. He was close friends with my grandfather, King Lane Rin. Few names hold higher esteem. You must be a lady, or...
Oh no, don't you start using formalities on me. My family is noble, but it's been long since we've seen great fortune. To think I had relatives in the old world. Wonderful. I hope I can live up to such legends. Wait, if your grandfather was king of this Stormwind, then Anduin, my new friend, are you a king?
Not anymore. So, don't you start using formalities on me, either.
So, you live. Is Farron well?
So
We
you
are
outsiders
far
and Farron
from the
managed to both
Empire.
survive and save the villagers at the beach? We're in trouble, here. The Cobbies brought some of their strongest forces to the doorsteps of villagers. We have our hands full just holding the line. If you can take out those monsters, we might be able to turn the tide.
We are... The Arathi will fight so long as the light is with us! Destroy those monsters!
I am out of range.
glad
I don't
you're
care if
all
Steel
right
Strike
then.
thinks I'm reckless. The Irati are strong. Proud. The Kavis may be vile, but they will not win this day.
We carry the flame.
Every
We
Irati has
must
killed more
prepare
Kavis
for
than I care to
Belladon
count.
to shift.
We've also lost more Irati to Kavis than I want to count. I don't know what underwater cavern they hail from, but I shudder to think of it.
We lose so many to the darkness.
A wave of shadow. What just happened?
I don't care if Steel
lamplighter
Strike thinks I'm
brings hope.
reckless. What just happened? Did you see that shadow? And the oil well, it's gone dark? I've never seen anything like. Could it be the nearby Dawn Tower?
In
Hurry.
my heart, those shadows came from the Dawn Tower.
Farron, wait!
The tower. I will see you through the shadow. The Dawn Tower. What is happening to it?
Alric! She's...
The Harbinger has whispered to me of your arrival. And your failure at Dalaran.
Where is your master?
No! The sacred flame! What has Alric and his cults done?
I don't know. But they claim allegiance to Xalatath, and so their lives are forfeit.
The
I
fear
am
and
on
shame
the
of these people
hunt.
lingers in the air like a fog. This
She cannot hide
Order of Night,
from me.
as they call themselves, did some foul ritual to turn the tower's flame to darkness. We should investigate.
They will not escape.
The flame is corrupted. Can we restore it? This shadow. It's too much.
Anduin, help her. Call upon the light once more.
No, I can't. There must be another way.
What have
Stay
you
sharp.
learned?
Something evil happened here.
We
So
are
much
a
darkness.
light in the darkness.
How could it come to this? Does light give way to darkness so easily? Ulrich was one of us, a lamplighter. For years, he worked with us to keep the Dun Towers. We all trusted him. He'd fought with us, then he betrayed the Irati, and everything the Lamplighters stand for. He ambushed my friend Andari, and leads the Order of Night, who caused the breach here and all these deaths. I'm still not sure. Was he ever good? Did he plan that from the start? I don't know anyone more terrible. No one so much darkness.
Despite
How could it come to this?
A cave. Could they still be nearby, continuing to corrupt the flame?
So
We
much
owe
darkness.
our service
How could
to
it come to
those
this?
in
So,
need.
they killed Kelthar, too? We'll make sure he gets a proper funeral. The Order of Night will pay for this. We sealed off Gloom Crag, the nearby cave, years ago. They must have dug their way in so they could target this dawn tower. How long have they been planning this? How long has the Order of Night been among our ranks? So much
Don't give
darkness.
in to fear.
How could it come to this?
In my
When I reached for the
heart,
flame, I felt the
there is
overwhelming
fire.
hopelessness and despair that had been poured into it. It pains me, but my light alone is not enough to banish these shadows. And so, we take a more direct path. If the remaining cultists have withdrawn to Gloom Crag Bower, their combined power must be what's keeping the flame dark. We must stop them before this darkness spreads.
Don't give in to fear.
Look out!
What are those things? They hardly seem real.
A trick of the shadow. I will deal with them. You all go ahead.
I need a target.
Renalash, approach.
All is darkness.
Darkness, devour you.
Shadows consume you.
Quickly, friend. It all grows.
We cannot hide from
They made
evil.
their choice.
Be strong.
Good work. But before we can leave, there's something else. Down this way are some powerful priests. I think that it will be dangerous, but we must stop them.
If we stop
Are
that
you with me?
ritual, I should be able to cleanse the flame.
Light be my...
Stand strong. The darkness won't take us today. Anduin, your light. What happened to it?
It doesn't matter. I'm no longer worthy of it.
When shadow falls,
It never ends, does it?
lamplight
I've never
is
seen
rise.
shadows this deep. It almost feels like they're reaching for us. We can't stay here.
A beacon in the dark.
More shadows. We're trapped in here, aren't we?
No, we're not giving up here. Let's go. We can do this if we stick together.
The light shines through you. But what if it goes out? What if you failed your people?
You think I've never failed? I've never made mistakes? I was never even supposed to be in Halafon. I stowed away to escape a family that only ever saw me as a failure. Was it a mistake? I lost an eye and an arm for it. Does that make me unworthy of the light? I regret nothing. I keep fighting because in the darkness, it's all we can do. I can't give up. It's not in my nature. And I don't think it's in yours either.
You don't understand. I've hurt people. I was controlled by darkness, but part of me enjoyed it.
Enjoyed hurting people? Or no longer being able to agonize over every thought and action? Having doubt, making mistakes, none of these make you unworthy, Anduin. They light your path forward.
The entrance. It's gone. There really is no way out.
Enough of your illusions, Xalatath!
Belador's light has returned! Thank you, Illyria.
What can I do?
I'm glad you're safe. I sensed something amiss when those creatures suddenly stopped attacking the tower and disappeared. That was no simple illusion Xalatath trapped you in. I wonder, was I its intended target? You, me, Anduin, Faerun, perhaps she was happy to ensnare any of us.
I will not fail again.
Do you feel it? Hope, returning? Thank you for your help, Smite's Eyes. The Dawn Tower's flame remains dark. But this time, I think we'll be able to restore it. Let's meet at the tower.
Despite everything, the Orathi...
Illyria, we would have been lost without you. Thank you.
I'm glad you're all safe. Let's end this.
So much darkness. How could it come to this?
Hope. Join me, please.
You know the light is not with me.
There is no darkness so deep that the light cannot reach us. Just be here with me. Now, breathe. We are the seekers of light. We are the holders of hope. In the very heart of shadow, we are the lamps that guide the way. It's a first step. The rest is just time and trust.
So much
When
darkness.
shadow falls,
How could it come to this?
Lamplighters rise.
Thank you. Thank the light you all arrived when you did. I'm glad we can help each other.
If
So
you
much
are
darkness.
lost in darkness,
We must get to Miraldart
we
and let
are
General
here
Steel
to
Strike know
help.
what the Order of Night tried here. Thank the Sacred Flame we stopped them before they could do any worse.
A beacon in the dark. We need to return to Merodar. I need to let the General know what happened here.
This Order of Night is no mere cult. The Harbinger they speak of is Xalatath. She won't stop. Your people need to be ready.
We thought we were sailing towards a glorious fight to secure. You survived the skittering breach. I know many a lamplighter who was forced to retreat from that foul place. You've made this land safer. Thank you. We thought we were sailing towards a glorious fight to secure the Emperor's vision. We thought we were sailing towards a glorious. Why would you? Ah, the ears. Legend says that when the Irati first settled at our home, we were two peoples, humans, and the High Elves who joined them to help teach magic. They built the foundations of the Irati Empire together and became one. We have remained united ever since. I am not an elf, Smite's eyes. I am an Irati.
Take your leave.
Interested in a game?
Say be careful in the dark.